least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
Why Diggs?
Man, no. We're gonna leave it like that. No.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
Why Diggs?
He's crazy. He's just outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say. Just don't know what to expect every day. So he couldn't date my sister.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I should date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
Why Diggs?
Because he's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents. Like, you don't want your sister to bring him home to your parents, so therefore she can't date him.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Well, nobody want me to date his sister. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
He just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. Just a bit. Alright, who do I want to date my sister? Weatherly.
Why Weatherly?
Because he's ugly. I knew that was coming. That was the problem.
Okay, you guys, welcome back to my channel. So, Cardi B, flying monkeys, they're going off in the comment section because no one should talk about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs' dirty lifestyle that they have been promoting on the internet. That's what they have been promoting on the internet. We only spoke about what they have given us. We haven't added anything to their circus. It's a circus, and they're clowns. We haven't added anything to the circus. Now, I see one of the most popular comments is that people should leave Cardi B alone because many of those who are talking are sleeping with people's husband. And that's the point. You believe that people who are talking about these things are living a very nasty lifestyle. And if you are living that nasty lifestyle, it doesn't mean that someone else is living that nasty lifestyle. And I keep saying it. Stop searching for company. It is 2026 now, and people have moved on with their lives, and people are choosing to live a very good, clean, decent life every day. And as it relates to people saying, oh, but many of you bloggers have slept with people's husband, you need to understand something, right? If someone has slept with someone's husband, that's not on the person, because that person doesn't know that that person is a husband. The husband took that covenant with the wife. And what do husbands do? They always have a story. They just got divorced. They never wear their ring when they leave home, and they are at the other woman's house more than how they're at their wife's house. So just imagine if a man is able to stay at your house for an entire month, 2 months, 3 months, go to work, come back, take care of the household and everything. At what point in time would you assume or even slightly think that that man is married to someone else? He doesn't have a ring. He's not on his phone when he's in your home. Who is he married to? And as Glorilla says, if that's your man, why is he here with me? So if you know women out there who are taking people's husband, why are you coming here to me with that? You people want, so it was okay for Cardi B to talk shit about Kenneet Petty, right? It was okay for Cardi B to come on the internet and say that all manner of evil about Kenneet Petty. It was okay for Cardi B to come on the internet and say that Nicki Minaj is an enabler because Nicki Minaj was paying off Kenneet Petty's victims. But it's okay for Nicki Minaj to tell the chef that was allegedly strangulated by Stefon Diggs that it's not a big deal and they can take care of it. You people are a bunch of hypocrites. You are the devil's advocate. And that is what I've been talking about consistently. Because one thing I've said is that perfection does not exist. But how does an individual who is so loose, Cardi B is a loose cannon. She is a loose human being. The things that she talks about in her music. I've been on TikTok and so many TikTokers are doing their think pieces on it. And what they're doing, they're taking away the rhythm out of Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallion song. And without the rhythm, it's just garbage. It needs to be folded like a paper ball, and it just needs to be thrown in the fire because there's nothing of substance to their content. And, you know, I'm not going to put Megan Thee Stallion in this because that girl has not bothered anyone. But the point is, Cardi B can tell a group of people to take drugs and it's okay. But she will attack Nicki Minaj and call Nicki a druggie and say Nicki Minaj is in her house on drugs. But Cardi B could attend a public event and tell a group of people in a room to take drugs and enjoy themselves, right? And we are the bad guys over here for talking about a loose cannon behavior, right? The same woman that has paid to beat up a lot of women over a man that she's no longer with. Stefon Diggs' teammate has told the world that Stefon Diggs is the last thing they want to see close to their sisters. And no, we're also hearing that the allegations of Stefon Diggs allegedly putting his hands on people, we're hearing from alleged colleagues of Stefon Diggs that has always been Stefon Diggs from way back in the day, and there are numerous cases. So
this is coming from someone who has watched Stefon Diggs since he was at Maryland, watched his entire NFL career. Why did you birds think that he was this upgrade from Offset? Like that shit don't make sense. He's probably a worse man than Offset. You know, he just got more guaranteed money and in better shape. He is a known womanizer. He has allegations of many things. Not even gonna get into that. But yeah, nigga, like I remember the video when he was playing in Minnesota and they went around the locker room on Minnesota's social media page and they asked everyone, what's one teammate that you wouldn't want to date your sister? And everyone, white, black, it don't matter what position, they said Diggs. I would not want him to date my sister. If anything, Cardi downgraded. She went from trash husband to trash baby daddy who done had like 4 kids in a year. You know what? Diggs helped me win my fantasy league back in 2022. So shout out to him for that shit.
So when you want to say because a person is trying to speak patois, I don't know what's the case is, why you can't spell the patois properly or perfectly. But if I have slept with a married man, I dare you to bring that married man to the forefront and show me that married man and let that married man tell you and myself when I slept with him and how did I sleep with him. Okay? And you people are so slow. Like, you people are functionally illiterate. The conversation is about one thing, but what you do, you try to disrespect other people. You try to tear down other people and to belittle other people. You want other people to feel as though if you have made such a mistakes in your life, you're a nobody, so you shouldn't be talking, and that's not the case. When people have come from their mistakes and they haven't repeated the same mistakes, they are the ones who should talk about it. You know why? They have done the practical and the theory. No one knows it better than them. So to the women who have slept with people's husbands in the past and are no longer doing so, you all need to be in the forefront and you all need to call out Cardi B, because the problem is not Cardi B getting involved with Stefon Diggs. And let's say this again for those who cannot understand. She evidently had no idea that this is who the guy is, right? But when she found out that this is who Stefon Diggs is, there's no evidence in sight that she's trying to pull herself away from him. There's suggestion that she's trying to cover up for this man's crime. And how do you cover up for a man strangling a woman and telling her it's not a big deal? Just imagine. And when you look at the text message between Stefon Diggs and the chef, The chef is saying, this is a circus. I can't stay here. So you know, and based on the other details in the text, you know that he's sleeping with that chef. So when you want to attack people, you're still not attacking the right people, because Cardi B and Stefon Diggs brought their drama to the internet for clout, and they wanted to control how we spoke about it. And this is why they're using you, the flying monkeys, to attack people who talks about it. They control no one. Cardi B cannot even control her kids. Cardi B cannot control her kids, so why do you want to come in here and tell me what to do? A content creator is a freelancer, and like hell, I'm gonna freelance. Like hell, whatever they show to us, I'm gonna talk about it, because it's what they are bringing to us. They're bringing their garbage, their nasty, dirty life that no one should be looking at as anything. These people are not 22, they're not 23, they're not 25. Cardi B is in her 30s. And to show you how low self-esteem Cardi B is, she went after a young lady that was 18, bringing up text messages from the past, from where that girl used to message her when she was only 14 years old. How do you attack someone who is 18 for something that they said at the age of 14? What is she going to do to her child? You know, so you people are careless. You people are nasty. You people are loose. Can you imagine a man dipping his penis raw in all these women and dipping it. You don't even see the same spoon being used in a restaurant to share meals, not even at a buffet. Do you see the same tongue going into the shrimp, and then it goes into the vegetable, and then it goes into the salad? But you want us to say it's okay for what Stefon Diggs is doing because the guy has money and she has money? You people have no soul. You people need